Welcome back to FyneEdgeEDC. Today we continue our unboxings. These three blades come from high quality brands out of China, and each of them has a different locking mechanism. Stay tuned. First up is the Civivi Vision FG. So the Vision FG is special because it comes with the Super Lock. This locking mechanism was first introduced with Wii knives, but when it was passed on to Civivi, it made it much more affordable for the everyday man. Here you can see the cutout in the back of the blade, where that back spacer slides between the blade and the stop pin. It makes for a very secure lockup, and blade play is very minimal. This version of the FG comes in at $85 and features Lexan polycarbonate handles and Nitro V steel. The blade shape is a reversed hand toe. It also features a flat grind with a satin finish. For any of my lefties out there, it makes for a great ambidextrous option with the dual thumb studs, the centered lock, and a reversible pocket clip. The clip itself is done very nice. It has a pocket in the scale, as well as recessed screws. I wish there was a spacer on the front side to fill that gap in a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. The handles are skeletonized, which help this come in at just 4.11 ounces. The pivot does feature bearings, which make for a great action straight out of the box. No break-in period necessary. Overall, very happy with this pickup. It's much more substantial than I expected, and the locking mechanism is very smooth. Next up is a discontinued model of the Kizer Azo drop bear. I got this on auction on Whatnot through Blade Runner Outpost. Comes with a very nice unboxing experience. This model of the drop bear features an absolutely stunning black and blue fat carbon. This particular model comes in at $220, although if you like the knife and not that price point, you can find some as low as $70. As this is the premium model, it comes with LMAX blade steel. It's an extremely solid super steel that makes for an excellent EDC. As you can expect, the drop bear features a drop point design with a very nice belly and a good flat. The clutch lock on here itself is very smooth and gives Benchmade a run for its money. One thing the Kizer has though, is the clutch lock is adjustable with several different points. So if you would like it stiffer or lighter, you can adjust it yourself. Overall, I think the drop bear is a fantastic option, especially if you go with one of the lower price points. However, if you do like the premium model, this fat carbon is probably one of the nicest scales in my collection. Can't recommend this enough. Now a brand new and very unique blade from Reate. This is the Reate PLXE. It features a thumb hole, green micarta, Nitro V blade steel, and a stonewash finish. The unique thing about this blade is the pivot lock. The green micarta is polished very nicely to give it a clean look, but it also has milled texture on it, which give it a great grip. They also pocketed the micarta very nicely so that the scales can extend over the back and give you a much more comfortable grip. The liners are nearly fully hidden. They're also skeletonized to help this come in at a pretty light 4.7 ounces. The unique ergonomics on this thing aren't just for looks. It feels extremely natural in the hand, especially with those contoured micarta scales. With the blade being offset lower from the handle, it gives you the ability to use the entire blade on a flat surface. So if you're doing food prep during camping or something like that, it's a great option. And if you run into a more hard use task, it has a secondary lock here, which keeps the pivot from depressing and unlocking the blade. The pivot lock itself works extremely well. This knife has very large bearings, which allow it to be very smooth and have a controlled fall. With the thumb cutout, I prefer the reverse flick because it's elongated and make it very easy to do. So how does this pivot lock hold up against the Vanker lock from Vosteed? Well, the Vosteed is a little bit snappier and has a better drop shot action. If you want a more controlled shot with a smooth action, the Reate is the way to go. If I had to pick one blade from today's video to do a hard use task, it would probably be the PLXE. Reate did a fantastic job with the build quality here. It feels very substantial, but not overweight. So if you could only pick one blade from today's video, which one would it be? Leave it down in the comments below. Thanks again for watching FyneEdgeEDC. I appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time.